So hello and welcome back to the new video of the Java tutorial series. So till now we have covered core Java concepts. We have started with the data structures and algorithms. We have covered array. We have discussed some problems on arrays. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. So now uh, till our previous videos we have started singly linked list. Okay, and in that we have seen how to make a list, how to print a list, how to find the length of the list, which means how many nodes are there inside the list. We have find how to search an element inside the list, and then we have started the basic operations like inserting, deleting, or finding, like that. Okay, and in inserting we have seen how to insert a node inside a singly linked list at the beginning, and we have seen how to insert a node inside a singly linked list at the end. And now again we have seen this many methods. Reverse list means how you can reverse a singly linked list, and middle node, like how you can find the middle node of the singly linked list. So these are some methods that we have seen till now. And so now for today's video I will be taking a concept of how to insert a node in singly linked list at a user specified positions, right? So for that let's just get into our paint and see the logic, how we can implement or how we can add a node inside a singly linked list at a user specified position. Okay, so this is our previous video paint. So let me just erase the things that we don't want. Okay, just we can delete this, we can delete this. Okay, fine. So let's assume that, wait, this is our link list. Okay, this is our first node, this is our second node, this is our third node. Okay, and now if I want to insert a node inside this singly linked list at a user specified positions, right? So if I say this is the singly linked list and you have to insert this node, this one right here, this node inside this singly linked list at second position. Okay, so what is your logic, how you can think, how we can insert this new node inside a linked list at user specified position? Okay, so let me just write down here. So we are trying to insert this new node at position is equals to 2. So right, so we are trying to insert this node inside the singly linked list at position number 2. Okay, so after inserting, the whole list should look like this. This is our try to follow my cursor. Okay, so this is our first node. I'm talking about the after insert method, insert operation. Okay, so right, after that the link should be here, and after that this next should point to this, and after that this next should point to this. Okay, so this is the list, our list, new list, updated list after inserting a new node at the second position. So what will happen, this existing node which is at position 2 will get shifted at position 3, and new node which will be going to insert inside that list will be take that position 2. Okay, so this is the logic that we have to build. So first of all, let's get in our IDE, get into the IDE and try to code this. Okay, so let me just get into my IDE. Okay, and I will write the similar method over here. Okay, this is insert at beginning, this is insert at end, and now I will write it over here so that you can, I will, and also I will be sharing this code. Don't worry, you can follow this code and try to build your own singly linked list and try to play around this code. Okay, so let me just, okay, fine. So we'll be let me write down one comment. So we are performing insert operation at user specified location. or to be more precise in programming language, it is index. Okay, now, so since this is a method, I will write it as public. Method should be static because we are calling it inside the main method, which is static one. And think it guys, when we are updating, we are inserting a new node inside the list, so our method should also return one node that is the head of the node, that like here you can see, uh, for suppose user has inserted this node at first position, then in that case our head should also point to this, right? So our method should expected to return a new head, or the if it is inserting the node at the first position, or any case we are returning a new node. Okay, so our node is of type node.s. So I hope you guys are watching our previous videos also, so that you can understand what is node.s, why we are written that over there. So please watch all the video and then come over here. So I will name it as insert at the method name. Okay, and this method will also first require one head, so we are passing one linked list to this method, and in return this method will insert a new node in that list at a user specified location, right? So we are passing the head to the list. Okay, so first of all I will be requiring one variable name as position and count, and I will assign value to both as 1. Okay, so both are 1, and I will just simply write system.out.println, enter the data to insert in the list. Okay, so at this point we are asking, we are printing on the console like asking the user to enter a data that we want to insert inside the list. Right, all right, and after that we will declare one data variable, and we will just write simply since sc.nextInt, and we will accept the data value of that new node, data part of that new node. Okay, and we'll, after that we will simply write print on this console like enter the position. All right, so this method will what it will be doing, it will taking the data part and it will take the position, right? All right, so here you can see it will ask for the position, at which position you want to insert this node inside the singly linked list that we are going to pass to this method. Okay, so now I will write position is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so now we have covered position, we have taken the data. Okay, so now we are good to go to create a new node. Okay, so we are creating a new node s, that is a new node s, and we are passing the data to that constructor of that node s class. So now at this line number 104 we have created one node, and we have passed the data that is inserted by the user, and we have also taken the position from the user. Okay, now we are checking if the position is equals to 1. All right, what that means, if position equals to 1, here you can see if user enters the position that is of new node should be 1, then in that case user is trying to insert that new node at the very beginning of the linked list. All right, so in that case we have to perform some different tasks, otherwise there are some. Okay, so otherwise we will go inside the else part, we will also code that one. Okay, so if the position equals to 1, that means we are trying to insert the node at the very beginning of the linked list. So in that case we will just simply write new node s dot next is equals to head, and we will simply reassign the value of head to new node s. Sorry for the typo mistake. Okay, so what we are doing over here is this is our new node. We will just simply assign first this next to the head. Currently the head will be pointing to the first in first node of the linkage, right? So we are making this connection first to the first node, and we are simply changing the head's value to this new node. Okay, so for after that, how it gonna look like, let me just clear this mess. All right, so after that it will look like this. The head will be new node head is our new node head is this, and our second node inside the linked list will be this, and first node will be this. Okay, so now this we have covered for the position equals to 1. What if the position is not 1? Okay, or else something, then in that case we will come inside the else part, and here we will create a new node and we'll assign it, well, name it as previous is equals to head. Okay, and in after that we'll run one while loop. Okay, and the condition we are giving over here is while the count is less than position minus 1. Okay, don't worry, I will be explaining this code in the using the paint window. All right, and we'll writing previous is equals to previous dot next. Okay, and after that we will just simply write count plus plus. All right, and after running this while loop we will simply create one more node and name it as current, and this current will point to the previous dot next. And after that we'll write new node, sorry for that mistake, we'll write new node as dot next should be equals to the current, and now the previous dot next should point to new node. All right, and after that, after this else part, we will just simply return the head of the list. All right, so let me explain what we have done inside this else part. All right, so we know if the position is not equals to 1, that means we are not trying to inserting the new node at the very first beginning of the list. Okay, so in that case, what are all the operations that we have to perform, like we have seen over here. If you want to if the user gives the position as true, so in that case first we have to simply look at over here. Okay, so we'll create one node by the name of previous, and we will assign it the value of head. All right, so at the very first the previous will come over here, previous. All right, and then which is equals to the head, like it is pointing to the first node, and after that we'll run on while loop. All right, so while we are repeating this iteration until our count is less than position minus 1. So what is our position? Let's suppose I have to insert a new node, this new node at the position is equals to 3. Okay, so look at here, my if my position is, wait, my position is 3. Now wait, okay, so what is the count value? Initially the count value is 1. It will check whether 1 is less than position minus 1, that is 1 is less than 2. If it is correct, yes, then it will perform this two line of code. Okay, so previous is equal to previous dot next, that means our previous will jump over here. Now the previous is pointing to the second node, and count plus plus, now the count value will be 2. And now when we again check for the condition, now this time counts value is 2, and what we are going to check, we are going to check whether the position minus 1. Okay, so my position is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, whether my 2 is less than 2. So this time this condition will be evaluated as false. All right, so if this condition is false, then in that case this while loop breaks and will come over here. Okay, so now our previous, which is pointing towards this second node of the list, Okay, and now we will create one more node which is current, and which will be pointing to the previous dot next. All right, so what is our previous is this, and this next part we will assign it to the uh, what we have created another node name as current. All right, so here our current will point over here. Current is here and previous is here. All right, now new node dot next is equal to current new node, that is our this new node dot next. So we are taking this next and we will assigning it to the current value. All right, so new node dot next is equal to current. So now our new node will be pointing towards this node, and previous dot next is equal to new node. Previous dot next is equal to new node. So if you can see, these are the two nodes that we have created, previous and current, are for taking the keeping the track of the nodes which is previous to the position that we have entered to enter the new node inside the list, and the current is the actual position at which we are want to insert that node inside the list. Okay, so after performing this operation, you can see the flow of the list would be 1 2, and this will become the third node and this will become the fourth node. So we are successfully inserting the new node at the position is equal to 3, that is equal to here you can see. So this is logic behind this. I hope you got this. If you not, go back in the video and try to understand what we have covered. Okay, so let's run this. Let's see if we are not getting any error. Before that, I will just comment it out. We don't require this. We will make one list. We are print the list, and we'll call our method insert at, and we will simply pass the head to it. Okay, so if you notice one thing, this method it accepting one head, that mean that we are passing it over here, and but in return this is giving us a node, a new head of the list, right? It is returning the new head of the list. So that's why we have to get that new head of the list. Otherwise we are not printing the new list. Okay, so we are printing the old list that we are make over here. Okay, so this will not work. So here let me just create one new node. Let me call it as head new. So we are taking that new head, and we'll again call the print list, but this time we will pass the new head to this method. All right, so that we can print the new list after inserting the node at the user specified index. All right, so this is we want to do. Let's test it out. Okay, so it is asking me to enter the data. So let me enter 5 nodes in the list: 1 2 3 4 5. And if you want to get out of this make list function, we have to write -1. So it is printing that elements of the list are 1 2 3 4 5. Why so? Because we are called over here print list method, which will gonna take head of the list and print all the list. Okay, so here it is asking the enter the data to insert in the list. So I want to insert, let's suppose 0, so that you guys can understand. Okay, so I want to insert 0 at what position? Let me insert it at position number 3 over here. Okay, let me insert it at position number 3. Now here you can see element of the list are, we are again calling the print list, but this time we are let me show you. We are again calling this function, but this time we are giving the new head of the list, that is the new list that our method is going to return us. That is 1 2, then at position number 3 I have tell the program that to insert 0 at the position number 3. It is inserting the 0, and after that rest of the list will be printed as it is. Okay, so this is the idea of inserting a new node in the syncly linked list at the user specified location. I hope you got the concept. Please uh, re-watch the video if you are not getting the concept, but try to understand, and I will share one trick so that you can solve these kind of linked list problems easily in once we have covered all the topics of the single linked list. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.